Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to USA Diary, where we explore the most jaw-dropping and unbelievable moments that nature and the world have to offer. Today, we've got an action-packed lineup of nature's wildest forces caught on camera, massive icebergs, freak hailstorms, swarms of insects, and much more that'll leave you in awe. This is the kind of stuff you won't believe unless you see it for yourself. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're always first in line for the wildest, most epic content. All right, get this started. Buckle up and enjoy the ride. Iceberg by the Village. Each year, residents of Newfoundland, Canada watch icebergs pass by. In fact, it sounds like a great reason to move to Canada. Just think about it. There's a place called Iceberg Alley, and in the spring, you can watch a stunning natural show. April 2017, the local residents of Fairyland were super lucky to have a huge iceberg get stuck near the coast. It was an ice mountain about 147.6 feet high, around 17 stories tall, and about 49.2 feet larger than the iceberg that sank the Titanic. The mayor of Fairyland admitted this was the biggest iceberg he'd ever seen in his life. Border of the Rain. They say if you find the end of the rainbow, double rainbow, all the way across the sky, you can find a pot of gold. And if you find the border of the rain, you'll find the border of the rain. And you can take some cool shots, but it shouldn't be windy or it'll ruin the whole effect. You've probably experienced something like this before, like when it's pouring in one part of the city and completely dry in yours. Imagine the faces of these poor people on the bus. They didn't think they'd get caught in the rain after just a couple of stops. Tumbleweed attack. Dusty road, a few houses, men with hats and revolvers, and of course, a tumbleweed slowly rolling across the street. It's the perfect shot for an old-school Western. But if you add a couple hundred tumbleweeds and the right music, it turns into a horror movie. This scene took place in Owyhee County, Idaho, where it looked like a whole bunch of tumbleweeds took over the road. Normally, these plants are harmless, but not when there are so many of them. One leads to another, and soon, they can block roads, and these things just keep moving, no matter what you do. Sudden hail. If you've never been caught in a hailstorm, consider yourself lucky. Hail can be dangerous, unpleasant, and it hurts like crazy, especially when it comes out of the blue. On July 12, 2014, in the Russian city of Novosibirsk, a heat wave was replaced by hurricane-force winds and a hailstorm. The hurricane tore down trees, cut power lines, and ripped roofs off houses. Now imagine the shock of the people at the beach at that moment. They didn't expect the weather to turn like that. There might not have even been a storm warning. You can see in the video how people slowly came out of the water, trying to cover their heads with their hands or towels. Some even stayed in the water, hoping the hail would pass quickly. What about you? Would you stay in the water during a hailstorm? Let us know in the comments what you'd do. Locust invasion. Locusts are often associated with natural disasters or plagues, and for good reason. Locust infestations are rare, but when they happen, it's terrifying, like something out of a horror movie. In 2013, Madagascar was hit by a massive locust infestation. The locust population exploded, and soon the sky was filled with them. By March, over 50% of the country was infested, and each swarm had over 1 billion insects. And these locusts aren't small. When you step outside, all you see is insects everywhere. It's a nightmare for farmers, as locusts devour crops and grass, destroying pastures for cattle. At least they don't eat meat. Avalanche versus cars. If someone tells you humans rule nature, just show them this video. On March 24, 2018, over a dozen avalanches occurred in the Elbrus region. One avalanche went straight into a car park. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but the incident was caught on tape. If you think an avalanche is just snow sliding down a mountain, think again. The avalanche moved the cars easily, pushing them up against each other. By the time it was over, 15 cars were buried under snow. It took 6 hours to dig them all out. Arachnophobe's nightmare. Warning, if you're afraid of spiders, close your eyes now. We'll tell you when it's safe to look again. Ready? Okay, you can probably find a spider web somewhere in your room right now, with a little spider waiting for dinner. That's fine. But what happened in Greece in 2018 was a nightmare. A lake in northern Greece was covered by nearly a mile of spider webs, made by hordes of spiders. Bushes, fences, trees, even buildings were covered in webs. The spiders were from the Tetragnatha species, and while the locals were terrified, experts assured them this was completely natural. High temperatures and humidity led to a boom in the gnat population, which the spiders followed for food. Scientists even said the spiders would keep breeding as long as the weather stayed favorable. Okay, arachnophobes, you can open your eyes now. Ice houses. Do you love winter? Picture a cozy scene from a Christmas movie: white snow, decorated houses, warm hats, and hot cocoa. Now picture icy winds that turn your town into something out of Antarctica. In March, the city of Hamburg, New York, near Lake Erie, got hit by one of these icy winds. Strong winds and 4-meter-high waves covered everything in a thick layer of ice, including houses. Ice layers range from 0.7 to 2.7 inches thick. Imagine waking up in the morning, stepping outside, and crashing into a wall of ice. And once you get out, you're slipping on the roads because they're covered in ice too. It might look beautiful, but no one wants to live in an icy prison, right? Abnormal heat. Global warming, climate change, yeah, you've heard it all before. But what can extreme heat really do? Well, at 109.4 degrees Fahrenheit, the world starts to melt. Literally. Trash cans, mailboxes, even vinyl records melt in extreme heat. Heck, even cacti can't take it. It's what the last days before the apocalypse might look like. But if you're into food, there's a silver lining. High temperatures mean you can cook outside without even using an oven. Who needs the Sahara when you can bake cookies or fry eggs on the sidewalk? Foam party. Ever thought about pouring shampoo into a fountain to create foam? Don't. Instead, just wait for a powerful cyclone like Cyclone Oswald, which hit Australia in 2013. It caused $2.5 billion in damage, but also covered cities in sea foam. It was like the ocean decided to throw a foam party. The foam covered beaches, streets, and some roads were closed off because it was up to 9.84 feet high in places. It may have smelled like fish, but locals didn't seem to mind. They were too busy taking pictures. That's it for today. Watch the weather, don't park at the foot of a mountain, and stay safe. Wow, that was insane, right? Nature never ceases to amaze with its wild and unpredictable forces. From giant icebergs to walls of hail and even a foam-filled coastline, it just goes to show that the world is full of surprises. If you loved what you saw today, don't forget to smash that like button and share this video with your friends. Also, make sure to subscribe to Chat USA Diary and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our next adventure. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Stay safe, stay curious, and we'll catch you in the next one.